Okay, so we've got this expression here, and we want to know which one's equivalent. So we've got to use the distributive property here. We've got to take the x squared and distribute it to the x and to the minus 5. So we get x cubed minus 5x squared. And then we need to take the 3x and multiply it by the x and the minus 5. So we get plus 3x squared minus 15x. And then we take the minus 4 and distribute it to the x and the minus 5, so we get minus 4x plus 20. Then we just combine like terms and we get x cubed minus 2x minus 19x plus 20, and that's choice 2. Okay, this one says, what are the restrictions on the domain here? In other words, are there any values of x that we're not allowed to put in to this function? Now, it might seem like no at the beginning, but what you realize is that the denominator of a fraction can't be 0. So any value of x that makes the denominator 0 is going to make this function undefined. It's not a valid input. So what values of x are going to make x squared minus 9 equal 0? Well, think about it. It's the values of x that are going to make this part equal to 9, because 9 minus 9 is 0. So anything that makes this x squared equal to 9. What can you square to make 9? Well, one of the values is 3, but another value you could square and get 9 is negative 3. So we're going to find that the answers that you can't put in for x, you're not allowed, are 3 and negative 3. Here's the more formal way of doing it. You want to know what values of x make x squared minus 9 equal to 3? Well, you just make an equation. X squared minus 9 is equal to 0. And you solve this. So you add 9 to both sides, and you get x squared equals 9. You take the square root of both sides, remembering the positive and negative. You get x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 3. So in this function, if x is either 3 or negative 3, it's undefined, and therefore you can't put those values in. Those are the restrictions, and that is choice 2.